Hello, I'm Cameron Lansdale, and my favorite poem is A Conquered Hymn by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I first heard this poem when I was searching for poems for the Poetry Out Loud homework assignment, and when I first read the poem, I thought it was pretty good, so I decided that I would use it as my Poetry Out Loud. And as I slowly began to memorize it, I realized it was actually a pretty good poem, and so I'm using it for my favorite poem. And here it is, A Conquered Hymn by Ralph Waldo Emerson. By the Lower Bridge that arched the flood, their flag to April's breeze unfurled, here once the embattled farmers stood, and fired the shot heard round the world. The foe has long in silence slept, alike the conqueror silent sleeps, in time the ruined bridge has swept, down the dark stream which seaward creeps. On this green bank, by this soft stream, we set today a vote of stone, that memory may their deeds redeem, when like our sires, our sons have gone. Spirit that made those heroes dare to die and leave their children free, bid time and nature gently spare the shaft we raise to them and thee. Now, this poem was probably used to commemorate a memorial for a civil war, because in the first stanza of the poem, it talks about the shot heard round the world, and that was the start of the Civil War. So it's talking about the Civil War. And in the second stanza, it is talking about the conqueror and the foe, and talks about some ruins and how they have been slowly washed away. In the third stanza, it talks about them setting up the memorial, and when it says we set today a vote of stone, it talks about them setting up the memorial. And then in the fourth stanza, when it says, bid time and nature gently spare the shaft we raise to them and thee, it is saying that they are asking for this memorial to be protected, however many years it will last, so that people can remember the people that died in this war. And I really like this poem because it almost makes me feel the emotion of those people that were standing there that day at the memorial, who may have lost loved ones, and they're standing there, and that's the only way they can remember their loved ones is through that memorial. And they want people down the road to remember their lost loved ones too. And I can really feel that through this poem. So that is my favorite poem, A Conquered Hymn by Ralph Waldo Emerson.